Hello everyone, welcome back to Onimusha, Issen only, no save normal sword. Here's a cutscene.
様之助殿、やはりダメですかな、おだけ使えるのは。黒い。仕方ないですな。あなたはまだ玄魔の本当の恐ろしさを知らないのだ。地の底にいる玄魔たちよ、いよいよ本番だ。暗黒儀式の準備をしろ。儀式の邪魔をする様之助殿には地獄の苦しみをたっぷり味わっていただきましょう。今頃はあのくのいちも。
様之助、何か分かった？何するんだ！離せ！離せ！様の助。
様之助殿、まだまだ青いですな。
夢丸。夢丸。どうしたの？大丈夫？
化け物か。西の牢屋蔵から。
So, controlling Kaede, we won't be able to Issen like we have been with Samanosuke. Basically, you want to wait for the enemy to do an attack, and then Kaede can actually flip over them, and you'll see it right here. Whoop. And there you go. You can do it on the soldier demons, the three eyes, and the long arm demons, I believe, but it's tricky timing to get on the long arm demons. I don't even bother. I also don't bother killing too many guys in this section just because you're not getting any souls or anything, and it's very, very short, so I just like to get it over with. Although I did want to show a couple of Issens with Kaede just so you can see what it looks like. Careful around this corner because there's a long arm demon just ready to smack you. And there's a few archers as you come through here, so just make sure you've got your guard up. We want to head over here first to grab a wooden gear. And the decoder box code there is 572 as well. Through here, just a few more soldier demons, nothing crazy. I get one more Issen, and that's probably the last one I get as Kaede. Once every 1,000 years, I get that lever pull correct. As you come through here, break these crates and grab this ib, and get the gold plate here as well. Make sure you don't pull the lever like an idiot, like I did just there. I want to put the wooden gear in there first. And grab the silver plate in the box there and head back to where you grabbed the wooden gear. I lied, I got another one. And there's a dead controller because for some reason all of my controllers just wanted to be dead today. So we have to come through this door and run up here to grab the sacred knife. And the code for the box is middle, left, left, right, right. I know this is a normal sword only run, but we need this knife in order to cut some tentacles that are blocking our path, and we also need it to kill the Volchimon that is after the cutscene. Because I tried for a good, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes with the normal dagger, and it doesn't work.
そこの人ちょっと待ってて今助けるわあなた楓さんね様之助が昔手紙に書いてきたことがあるの楓という忍びと一緒に旅をしているってもしやあなた様は私も様之助と一緒にあちこち旅をしてみたい雪姫様楓さんあなたが羨ましいきっとできます楓さんお願い私のことはもういいから様之助と一緒に早くここから逃げて諦めてはいけないわあなたを必ず自由にします
それはどうかな
化け物
ここで死んでおけ。
雪姫様、雪姫様、雪姫様。
So this is the first time we actually see the Ulchimon. He's not that hard. All of his attacks can be blocked, so, you know, not too difficult.
知らせなきゃ。
So, as we regain control of Samanosuke, we'll grab a nice little medicine out of the box there, and we'll upgrade the Shiden and Arashi to max level, or upgrade the Shiden to max and upgrade the Arashi almost to max level. So, fighting Stylato, the boss here, certainly takes a minute with normal sword. If you're using magic, this guy's over with in like a minute. What I like to do is back up into the wall here. You can block all of his attacks, so don't gotta worry about that. I try to be a little bit fancy and sidestep the magic he shoots at me, but I end up just getting hit by it like a doofus. So just block him, it's safer. He'll backstep usually to cast his magic just like that, and that's when you want to go in for a couple of hits. And I know it would seem like you should be able to get an Issen on this boss just because, you know, he's using kind of like normal attacks. But no, in fact you cannot. There's only one boss that you can get an Issen on. It's not until later. As you saw, you can also get a hit if you're when he does his downward strike, and you can punish that sometimes, but you got to be quick on it though. Right, so make sure you grab the evil plate and the wooden ladder here out of the chest in the crate, whatever. We'll put the evil plate in the door and unlock Resident Evil 7. You'll see.
来たな。扉の向こうは幻魔の世界。この夢丸を助けることはもはやできやしない。
サマノスケ、これは。何か方法があるはずだわ。手分けして探しましょう。
So now that Kaide unlocked the west area, we're gonna go there. We're not gonna do the dark realm on this run though. Already done that. Did that no damage in my other video. We're just coming in here to upgrade the Arashi to max level.
生きて帰れる保証はねえけどよ。なんでもそれなりの褒美が手に入るって話だ。どうだい？じゃあな。また来いよ。
So, the dark armored demons seem like they would be a bigger threat than the long armed demons, but you'd be wrong. Actually, they're a bit easier. Because they have the shield, they're never going to try to grab you, as long as you don't break it. So, it's almost guaranteed that they're gonna do that slash attack, and that's an easy Issen right there. As you can see, this little area gave me a little bit of trouble. These guys were smacking me around a lot, but I ended up getting my revenge. These guys just give me a good whooping right here. I'm not even sure what was happening. Usually I'm pretty good on getting the Bazus, but these guys just had my number today, I guess. Just gonna leave the archers because you can't get an Issen on them unless they pull out a sword or something and then try to attack you. Okay, here's our first encounter with the black spiders. They're obviously, you can kind of see they're kind of upgraded 3 eyes. They have a few more moves, a bit trickier. I like to keep these guys close and go for a Hajiki Issen. Find that's a little bit safer and easier because they have some moves that can do some damage, like that one. Again, coming through here, there's like 3 archers, so hide behind this and keep your block up. And there's a few dark armor demons as well, but it shouldn't be too hard to handle. Yep, you can let the archers shoot each other, which is pretty nice. I let them do that a couple of more times in this run. Since we're not upgrading our swords, I'm just using the rest of the souls for fire arrows and turning the ibs into medicines and whatnot. Nothing crazy here, just some soldier demons. I didn't want to cut the cart because then it would have killed all of them. So this part is pretty wild, especially with normal sword. Luckily, you don't need to kill all of the Barabazu that are in here. I killed 2 of them just to do it, and then I ended up leaving because I got a little scared when the big one started coming at me. Because I can't Issen these archers, I was trying to get them to shoot each other, but it doesn't end up working out, so I just bully this guy out of the way real fast. Yeah, he gets the idea. He's letting me by. And coming up here is where I used my first heal of the run, actually. I was messing up these dark armor demons and got pretty scared, so didn't want to lose it. But it didn't matter anyway, since I would have gotten the Issen right there. Careful coming through this door because there's an archer off screen and there's a black spider. So through here we'll get some souls for free. We'll use the statue head that we picked up and get the firearm, the gun, the musket, whatever it's called. We're gonna grab it. Matchlock. Yeah, I decided to leave these guys here. Didn't want to deal with the archers, shoot me in the back and stuff, so. Two birds stoned at once. I got the Barabazu and the Gyaran there. So I think this is the last enemy type that we'll see. These are sharks. And we'll insert the decorated sword that we grabbed from that room of the Barabazus. Coming into here, there's a 3 eyes and a black spider, so you want to be careful not to alert both of them at the same time. We'll use an arrow here to get rid of the rope there, and we'll grab the talisman. It doesn't end up being used, but in case you want it, it's there. So coming through here after these dark arbor demons, this one's pretty tough. You've got, oh, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 archers all the way up that are gonna be shooting down at you, and I, wanted to get Issens only, so I couldn't just hit them because they'll die in one hit. So I kind of had to go up this a very weird way and try and let the archers kill each other. And we want to come up here to grab the last, I think this is the last power jewel. So, should be at maximum health now. And in that box, there's another magic jewel. The whole soundtrack was actually redone for this HD version. There's this is one of the tracks that I actually like a lot on this this soundtrack. I got one Volchimon just because I wanted to show it. I end up leaving this one because he's, uncooperative. I didn't want to deal with it, but I wanted to get at least one because you don't really see them unless you do the Dark Realm. There's two Dark Armor demons in this waterfall section. We don't go across the bridge because we want to keep it up for when Kaede, because there's a part 2 section for Kaede, and we want to make sure she can get across the bridge. The code for the Great Armor there is lower left, upper right, lower left, lower right, and we'll equip that right away. And it'll buff our defense even more. Well, I guess the keeping the bridge up plan for Kaede didn't work out very well, but that's okay. The last decoder box there for the magic tool is 3-6. We'll take our souls and upgrade our bullets into burst bullets and whatever arrows you have into fire arrows. So, re-equip the normal knife and give these sharks a few smacks to knock them down. It doesn't kill them, but, gives you enough time to run by them. There's a herb we can grab in here, and we also reset the sharks as you come out. Run around the corner, hug the right wall, and that shark should not get in your way. Don't have to worry about that. I actually don't think I kill a single enemy on this Kaede part. They're very short, and I just want to get them over with, so. And just keep going past these guys, and these guys, and these guys. And these guys. And that guy. And we'll grab the, I believe it's the decorated arrow out of here. Yep, and the code for that is left, left, middle, right, right, middle, middle. So replace the great arrow with the decorated arrow, the box unlocks, grab the key, and then head back.
やっぱり来たわね。人間としては上出来よ。でももう間に合わない。あとわずかで暗黒儀式が始まる。まずは雪姫の見ている前で夢丸が殺される。
なんだと？
可愛い夢丸が目の前で殺されたら、雪姫の悲しみと絶望は極地に達する。それにより生贄の血は旨みを増し、それを飲む信長の力も強くなるという寸法。
そのために二人を許せね
さあ、私の愛しい子供たちよ、そこにいる人間を食べておしまい。
So, Hakuba is kind of the one exception for just about everything in this run. It gets difficult because there's a constant stream of sharks that are spawning. And normally, it's not a problem when you're using the other swords. But with normal sword, it either becomes dealing with these sharks or dealing with Hakuba. So the reliable way to beat her with normal sword is to just shoot her. I know that kind of sucks, but it's just, you know, what has to be done. It's possible to get an Issen on a shark as Hekuba is coming down to attack, you'll hit both the shark and Hekuba, but it's incredibly hard. I mean, just it's not going to happen that often. And to try and rely on it for the whole fight, it's too ridiculous. So I was trying to deal with the sharks and then wanted to shoot Hakuba. The problem is they just kept spawning as I was killing them, and I couldn't get the Issens fast enough, and eventually I just pulled out the gun and just started shooting away. This fight, you know, just kind of has to be done like this for the sake of sanity.
楓。しっかりしろ、楓。楓、ここでゆっくり休んでいるんだ。待っていろ、雪姫、梅丸。今助けに行くからな。
So, with Hekuba done, we can now go to the final two bosses of the game. I think I get this guy just to get a little bit of health back before I go to Marcellus 2.0. These last two bosses are the longest fights, probably also the toughest fights to deal with on normal sword here. Everything else, pretty simple, not too tough, but these last two fights take a while.
虫けらめ、よくたどり着いたね。だがここまでだ。ここから先は現場の世界。人間のお前は通せんな。
またてめえか。突っ込んでろ。くだらねえ化け物でも作って遊んでやがれ。
なんだと？人間の分際でこのギルデンスタン様をバカにするとは。まあいい。ならば私の作り出した最高傑作と戦ってみろ。モーセラス。
So, Marcellus 2 is pretty tough. He's got more moves, and he can break your block, and he can hit you while you're down like that. And he's got a lot of health for normal sword. This is also the only boss that can be Issen. So I had to kill him with an Issen. I do believe that it's only one move that he does you can get a Hajiki Issen on it. But only when his shield comes off, you'll see. There's really, only so much I can say for this fight. Like I've said for all the other fights, get a few hits in, walk around, get a few more hits in, try and keep your block up, be safe. There's really not a whole lot to say. This fight, this one's really about patience. This one and the next one. Very patient fights. As long as you've saved up your medicines and upgraded your herbs into medicines, you should be okay for this boss, the next boss. I use a few here, but that's kind of bound to happen with this guy. So now that the now that the shield is off, he's gonna pull out another sword, and this is where we can start getting the Hajiki Issens. And that's what you have to wait for right there. He'll back off, he'll dash at you, and you just gotta block right as he's about to hit you. Sometimes it'll glitch, and if he's positioned in a certain angle or something, you can hit him 2 times. I think I get one of those, but it's pretty rare. Yeah, you can see right there that that Issen ended up hitting him 2 times. I played this fight way too safe. I should have just been hitting him the whole time, any chance I got with the normal sword, but I was aware of the fact that, if I killed him without the Issen, I'd have to redo the whole run, so I just decided to be ultra safe and only do Issens until he was dead. And it's a bit tricky, you want to be careful. A lot of bosses you can just block their attacks, but he has several moves where he'll break your block and then hit you, with another attack kind of guaranteed and stuff like that. So it's better to try and maneuver around him than to try and block everything. Alright, so that is it. If you turn around, you can grab a medicine out of the crate here. And I'll see you in part 3 for Onimusha, no save, normal sword, Issen only.